Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Fitzpunk TV here, aka G-Lauren33. I'm back here today with your live reaction to Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 68. Finally, it's here, the beginning of the Granola, the Survivor arc. This is the first full chapter of the new saga. And, you guys should have an idea of what's going to happen if you guys saw my spoiler videos over the last couple of days. But now we finally have the full chapter in front of us for the first time, right? And I'm really hyped to get into this. You guys know I'm already a big fan of this Granola character. I like his personality, and I'm so interested to see where they go with Goku and Vegeta in this arc, because I feel like they're going in a really good direction, and I'm very excited for it, right? But this is the live reaction / review, so like we always do, right? We're going to read through the chapter, we're going to talk about it, all that good stuff. So without wasting any more time, I just want to get into this chapter, all right? So let's get into it. Let's go. Granola the Survivor, Chapter 68. All right, so it's so cool to finally see this now, because when we get the early draft pages, right, you get an idea of how it's going to look, but then when you get the full chapter, you get everything colored in, right? You get all the other details, and you can see this is Granola's home planet. Look at this destruction over here, man. But let me see if I can zoom in real quick. And I do have something about Granola that I'm going to read to you guys here in a little bit, because there was actually an interview with Toru, and we actually found out some new things about Granola, and it kind of could give us some hints about what to expect going forward in this arc. But yeah, look at Granola's race. So you can see they all have basically the same clothes as Granola, just different hairstyles. So let's back out. So you can see clearly, right, the Frieza Force, right? And you got the Saiyans and other Frieza Force members landing on the planet. So you can see there's the Great Apes, right? There's the Great Apes. And I like this first person. This has to be Granola, right? A young Granola. And I there's a lot that we don't know. And I'm really excited to see where they go with the story. But we see we have a young Granola here. Looks like he's heading towards like a church. And then you can see a Great Ape arrives and looks into the hole, and it looks that has to be Bardock. The scar is identical to Bardock's scar. So I'm very interested to see, because this is all we get for the backstory of Granola. We're probably gonna get a lot more, right? I want to know, how did Granola survive? What's he been doing for all these years, right? So I'm definitely interested to see where they go with the story. But we see Granola wakes up. All right, and then we have Oatmeal saying that OG, look at OG73, man, look like a stupid ass statue. But yeah, Granola wakes up from his nightmare, and then you see OG73. He is in stable condition thanks to Oatmeal, right? But here's the thing I noticed about Granola. His dialogue, the way he speaks, he doesn't speak in like an evil tone, right? He talks like a normal person. Like, I really think Granola's not a bad guy. He's just a guy that wants to get revenge, and why wouldn't he, why would he not want to get revenge on the people that destroyed his race? You know what I mean? So Oatmeal says Frieza died several years ago, and the remnants of his army are but a shadow of their former glory. Yes. Well, they have no idea that Frieza's been resurrected thanks to what happened in the Tournament of Power. And the thing is, now that you think about it, I'm guessing that the events of the Tournament of Power and the Broly movie and the Moro saga, right? They probably all take place in like less than a year. Because if a significant time had passed, right? Probably news around the universe would be already, people would already know that Frieza's back, right? If Granola's a bounty hunter, he should probably know, by all the time he spends flying in space, he should already know that that Frieza's alive. So It's interesting. So that's just a little thing. So I'm guessing, right, the events of the Tournament of Power, the Broly movie, the Moral Saga, and now the beginning of this saga, they probably take place within maybe a year, maybe, maybe a little more than that, but, it's probably not a huge time gap. So Granola says, first off, it was the barbarous apes within Frieza's armies who slaughtered my foes, Cerealians. So talk about the great apes, the Saiyans. And even those apes were apparently wiped out by a massive meteor not too long. Clearly that was Frieza, we all know that. I've lost both my avenues for my revenge. That doesn't explain why that dream still haunts me. So I love it. So the second Granola refers to the Saiyans. We pan on over the Goku. I love the Oracle Fish calls Goku a barbarian. What? There's no way Goku says that, right? Goku says, stop squirming or else I'll salt your grill and gobble you up. What the hell? That's a weird line from Goku. Goku says, do it now. And they gave him the little shot to calm him down. Wow. And he falls right asleep. And what I love how Vegeta's standing there in the background, like, not helping at all. Lazy bum. Yeah, it does. I love how the Oracle Fish floating while asleep. That's cool. So the Oracle Fish suffering from a lack of sleep is a bad omen for the future. Vegeta wants. I love it. Goku's like, hey, bad future. You mean that must mean more strong opponents, right? Because that's all Goku wants to do. He wants to fight strong people. But Vegeta's like, what? We gotta deal with more bad villains. And we says, or sometimes it's nothing. Goku's like, you got my hopes up. You got my hopes up that someone really strong was about to crash the party. Will you ever learn your lesson? What do you mean, bro? That's just the way Goku is, man. Like, let the guy fight strong people. That's all he wants to do. Beer's like, don't give me that I want to fight someone strong crap. You always wind up in over your head and then somehow screw me over too. So Beers is still mad about the punishment he had to, take last arc when he had to be freaking Zeno's little horse and play with him for hours. That was great. So Beers, I guess Beers never told Goku what happened with Zeno, right? That's funny. So as the Oracle Fish is sleeping, and should we get back to it, Whis? Yes. I'll say this, man. Totaro's paneling has gotten so much better since the start. If you look at the early Dragon Ball Super manga, man, his paneling was a mess. He would just try to fit so much into each page, but now it's so much better spaced out. So Goku goes Ultra Instinct. So I like how it's like he goes into Omen first, and then he goes into Master UI. Love it. And Beers and Vegeta's like, damn, damn you, Kakarot. Vegeta with his jealous self. All right, and Goku's still doing that same stance he's been doing, every time he uses Ultra Instinct, right? And then Whis gives his normal. So here we go. Whis is still on the ground. Goku goes up in the air. I like that. I like this visual right here. Goku at the, looking at Beerus' planet. And the thing about it is, you gotta remember, Beerus' planet is not big. It's not a big planet. So you can see Goku makes. So you would think, right? This is Goku making Ki Blast. No, Goku makes after images of himself. I love this. But you see, Whis is like, yeah, I've seen this before. And and he's able to, slice and dice the after images pretty easily. Woo. Like this action right here. But you see, right? Whis goes through all the after images like it's nothing, and Goku never came down to the ground. Goku stayed on top the entire time. Your real body never descended. An obvious ploy. And he kicks. Whis one-shots Ultra Instinct Goku. Wow. Goku doesn't take much damage, of course, but he did get one shot. So that shows, how strong Whis is. So Goku ain't nowhere close to Whis' level, even now that he's mastered UI, can use it at will, right? Whis says, copying me won't get you far. You must develop your own style. Yeah, okay. I can understand Goku, not mastering his own style with Ultra Instinct yet, right? He every time Goku fights with UI, he gets better at it. But the only thing I don't get here is why is we saying, copying me won't get you far? When is we? I don't think we've ever seen Whis use After Image, unless like I'm forgetting something, but I don't think we've ever seen that. So that's a little bit weird, but it's whatever. So I like, you can see the similarities. Goku's more similar to Whis, and Vegeta is more similar to Beerus. So Vegeta asks, is Whis using Ultra Instinct at the moment? Beerus says, not really. Angels are always in the instinct state. So basically, Ultra Instinct is perfect for angels, right? So Whis says, you already may be aware of this, but the ability to wield Ultra Instinct is not in and of itself your ultimate goal. All right, and you can see Whis takes Goku's arms and just throws it. It's only the starting point. Yes, we talked about this in the review already. I have greater command over Ultra Instinct than Mirrors, and in turn, the Grand Priest's Ultra Instinct is even more accurate than my own, meaning I'm at the bottom of the ladder. So that kind of makes sense, right? Like, Goku's trained to have the power of Ultra Instinct, and even though he's mastered Ultra Instinct, right, he's only mastered really stage 1 of it. A lower level, right? And basically Goku's Ultra Instinct is probably stronger than Mirror's, right? And makes sense because remember when Moro takes Mirror's abilities, right? When he copies Mirror's abilities and he has the power of Ultra, Instinct in there, Goku was easily able to defeat Moro because Moro had never trained to have Ultra Instinct before. You can steal the power, right? And you can try to use that technique, but if you haven't trained for it, you're not going to be able to do much with it. That's why Goku was able to defeat Moro so easily in Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 55. So that makes a lot more sense because Goku has a much greater control of Ultra Instinct than Moro ever did because Moro never trained for that power, right? And I like this, So basically, Goku's at the lowest level of Ultra Instinct right now, right? Whis doesn't confirm, but Whis basically says, what I mean to say is that you have at least that much room to train and grow. And doesn't that excite you? And Goku says, yeah, I'm stoked to get even stronger. Makes sense, right? Because if you look back at manga chapter, fifth, I think it was 63, when Mirror's sacrifices himself, Mirror's says, your body will be much more stable using Ultra Instinct, right? Your body will be much more stable using Ultra Instinct, and no one will be able to defeat you. So kind of like they wrote themselves into a little bit of a corner, right? Because if Goku's undefeatable in UI, then what's the point? Where are we going with the series, right? Where's the drama? You would probably have to force some way to take Goku out of the story, just to provide some level of drama because he's too OP. So I like this. Plus, also, you got to think about it. Does it really make sense? And I'm going to make some more videos on this in the next couple of weeks, right? About the levels of UI and all this and what could happen in this arc. Would it really make sense for Goku just to master UI after training with Mirrors, a trainee angel, right? We know Whis is a full angel. Would it make sense for Goku to master UI and then just automatically be on Whis' level all of a sudden? No, it doesn't really make sense, right? So I don't have a problem with this. I really don't. I like this. It gives Goku something to strive for. The only thing I hope is we don't get any more forms. Goku doesn't need another form. The Silver Ultra Instinct is perfect for Goku, if you ask me. It's perfect, right? Also, one thing that I'm noticing, as Goku's fighting with UI, I hope you guys are noticing well, Goku, when he transforms, like, let me go back. Like, when he goes back, of course, he has that look on his face, the serious look, right? That's one of my favorite parts about Ultra Instinct, the serious nature Goku has when using it. But you can see now that his emotions, right? Goku has control about his emotions now. So you see Goku smiling while using the form, right? He's able to react a little bit more. So it is showing to me, at least, that Ultra Instinct is evolving. So I do like that. I still want. This pisses me off. I want my Beerus and Goku rematch. Like, are we ever gonna get that? But Beerus watching, the training. You're not gonna try to master it too. It doesn't suit me. Yeah, of course. I'll surprise Kakarot another way. And Beerus like, oh yeah. I like how Beerus just gets up. Oh, it might be possible, but that's up to you. Cause Ultra Instinct ain't the only technique of the gods. Let's go. I'm hyped for Vegeta. You guys know I'm a Goku stan, but I love Vegeta, as well. I just like Goku a little bit more. I relate to Goku more, but I love Vegeta, you guys know this. Vegeta says, Nani? So Beer says that's just the Angels' specialty. So the Angels, right? They're known for Ultra Instinct. Or Beer says, or did you really think us gods of destructions would run around using a move? You got to keep your heart all calm and it makes sense, yeah. Like Ultra Instinct for the gods of destructions using Ultra Instinct, right? They got to keep themselves calm and pure. And you guys saw back when we had the God of Destruction Battle Royal before the Tournament of Power, right? What seems like forever ago. The way those gods of destructions were acting, right? They're vicious, right? So it's like, really, could they, could they all use Ultra Instinct? Does it really make sense? So Vegeta's like, and we know that Beerus does have a certain level of UI. He doesn't. I don't think Beerus has it anywhere mastered like Goku does. That's why I think Goku would defeat Beerus, in a battle. But if Beerus does have another special technique, I am very intrigued to see it. Vegeta says, "Tell me this technique you gods of destructions use." Beerus is like, I'll pass. Training people ain't in my job description. And Beerus is like, I'm going to go exercise to wake myself up. And you see, as Beerus is walking away, he's looking at Vegeta. If you see anything you want, feel free to steal it. So, all right. I don't know. So maybe Beerus is going to go in another corner of the planet, right? And you can see the Oracle Fish is still sleeping. But Vegeta's like, wait for me, Lord Beerus. But if Beerus is gonna I'm willing to bet Beerus is gonna go to another section of the planet, and he's by exercising, right? By exercising, he might show off what this special technique is, or maybe just give some kind of small demonstration, and Vegeta's gonna watch, right? Because Beerus is like, feel free to steal it. So it's like Beerus wants Vegeta to learn this technique. But he's going to, make it a little difficult for him. So we see, all right, Granola arrives at this little asteroid planet. You can see there's like buildings on top of it. And he has 7-3. So, all right, so we meet this guy. I think it's Shishuru. I think that's his name, Shishuru, whatever. And he asks Granola, what's going on, bud? And Granola just totally ignores him. And he's able to recognize, that's 7-3. Alec's been looking for that. Oh, it's okay. So Shiru's the one, right? He says, let's pretend that we snack this guy together and split the prize. And Shiru tries to come closer to Granola. Granola's like, back up, bitch. Or Alec will be paying me for your head as well. That's hilarious. So I guess Granola and Shiru aren't really that close. They known each other, but damn. But like I said, I love Granola's serious nature. I don't think the guy's a bad guy. So, all right, so he brings it in. And this is Alec, right? So this is right now. This is basically like the modern version of the BoJack gang, in my opinion, right? So Granola, we can always count on you, huh? Like I said, I love how they have like kind of like dreads. That's kind of fire. Not gonna lie. Conformant oil, haha. Wow. So basically, auto puns, right? Their names are based off auto puns. Classic Toriyama. Really great job. Granola's like, yeah, whatever. Give me my money right now. So we got Maki. So she's the female one. So Granola asks, what you're using that thing for? You're gonna make a goon squad, yeah. Because remember, yeah, because when Granola went to go get 7-3 in the last chapter, remember he was making clones of 7-3, many clones. Granola took most of them out pretty easily, but he was assuming maybe Alex would use the same thing. Alex like, no, we don't need that. And if the day ever comes when we do need more muscle, we'll hire the best that money can buy. With enough cash to burn, there's nothing you can't have in this universe. So Alec believes in money and information. That's how you get powerful, right? And we gotta assume that these four are really strong as well. And Granola's like, I guess that's true. Downing others with military might is a relic of the past. These days, power comes in the form of money and intel. So yeah, so they're gonna use OG-73 to get information out of it. Okay, and probably most likely, right? Once 7-3 fully heals, he'll probably become a soldier for them as well, because remember, OG-73, he's loyal to whoever he's serving, right? He doesn't really have a personality. Granola's like, I got paid my reward. So I love this. Granola is like basically the Mandalorian of of Dragon Ball Super now. That's basically the best way to describe him. So we don't got any assignments for you at the moment because things are shifting. Because Frieza's been revived, and look at Granola's reaction. He's like, "What?" Because that's the guy who's responsible for his whole race being destroyed. He's come back to life. Hell. So they don't know that Frieza was revived and determined power. Also, I got something. I got a potential theory, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. It's bad for business. When people running scared, they ain't fired up to make deals. Right now, look at Granola's face. I could actually kill him. A chance to avenge my people. So he asks Alec, where is he? But Alec says, don't even try it. Frieza's much stronger than he was at the past. And you wouldn't stand a chance. When Granola gets mad, like, let me be the judge of that. Tell me where Frieza... Oh, and he walks up to the throne. Notice that. So we see the small head dread guy, right? With the long dreads. He kicks Granola. And look at this athleticism. Damn, Granola, all of his money and everything falls. Poor Granola. So Granola, so he is a hothead. I know all about your little grudge against Frieza's army, but proper revenge is best served cold. It takes time out and planning, so chill out. Put this whole thing on the back burner until we're ready to help you out. Frieza's army is a thorn in our side, too. So basically, like, Alec right now is saying, oh, wait till we all get stronger, Because right now, it would be tough to take the Frieza force down, but let him go, gas. So take some time and cool. Okay, go home and take some time to cool that head. Granola's like, yeah, okay. So Mikey's like, see ya. You got oatmeal, basically like artificial intelligence. And Granola's like, that piece of garbage Frieza will die by my hand. I will have my revenge. I like it. I'm telling you, Granola's going to become a fan favorite. Heroes Frieza's name seriously lit a fire under Granola. He's really got it out for that guy. So Oyo, right? Oyo asks, hey, Alec, why did you go and mention Frieza? Our friend Granola has gotten crazy strong, and that power has gone to his head. We'd be in hot water if we ever got stronger than you, Gas. So what? I guess Gas is like the strongest underling. That's what I'm guessing, right? Gas must be the strongest of these underlings, and then clearly Alec, the leader, he has to be the strongest. Gas is like, he can never beat me, darn right. You're the pride and joy of our little family. Right now, we have no idea how strong these people are, especially compared to Goku, Vegeta, right? Gohan and Piccolo, which I hope and probably will. They probably will have some kind of role in this arc. Hedging risk is the rule of business. So you see, Frieza's gonna ice this guy for us. No rush. So basically, Alec's like, all right, Frieza's gonna take care of this guy because Granola wants revenge so badly that he's eventually going to go after Frieza, and he believes since Frieza is strong, Frieza's gonna take out Granola because he believes if Granola keeps getting stronger, he's gonna be a threat to his underlings, which of course he doesn't want. So it makes sense. So Oatmeal says Granola rests up, right? You'll reach home in 2 days. So Granola looks like he's finally going to sleep, but then he gets attacked by Soshiru, right? Hand over that bounty, Granola, or you'll be space dust. Wow, so selfish. Oh my god, what an idiot. So they go to an asteroid. Shuri's like, there's nowhere to run, pal. Give up the cash and nobody has to get hurt. Yeah, right. With your weak ass underlings. This is like a Xenoverse 2 parallel quest. Oh, look at it. Like, sure thing. How about I give you half of my earnings and we all walk away? Come inside. He's clearly fooling you. Now show me the money. See, it was Oatmeal, yep. So the artificial intelligence. And then boom, look at them. They all die one by one. Yep. He gets sniped without his goggles. So Granola got that expert vision. Right? So this, yeah. So Cerealian's right eyes are especially adapted to sniping, and Granola's abilities are cut above the rest. Right, so Granola got that dead eye, right? That dead eye, like Sasha does in Attack on Titan. I love how he's always doing the finger thing, like that. No stun gun for you. His next shot will pierce your heart. Ooh, and then he gives up. A profitable encounter. How nice. I suppose so. Nah, I missed one of the targets. Did you? In any case, good enough. Not in my book. Ooh. Alec was right. I'm still not powerful enough to take down Frieza. To avenge the Cerealians I've lost, I'll have to grow stronger than anyone. I like that. So Granola's not happy that he missed a shot. He's like, not good enough. I got to be the greatest warrior possible. And then, as you know, the Oracle Fist is still talking. He's like, strongest warrior in the universe will soon rise up. So he could. Here's the thing. The Oracle Fish could be talking about Granola. Of course, he could be talking about Granola. Or he could be talking about somebody that we haven't met. It's too early in this arc. This could easily be another 2-year arc. That's how long the Moral Saga was. When the Moral Saga started, we thought it was going to be short and to the point. It was 2 years and 25 chapters. You guys saw. If you guys haven't checked out I did a video covering the entire Moral Saga. It took me 6 hours to do. And it took like 10 hours to upload, right? Like, with Granola, man. I'm excited for this arc. I'm more excited for this arc than I was with the Moral Saga. I wasn't the biggest fan of Moral, but so far I do like Granola. And I don't think he's a bad guy. He just wants to become as strong as possible so that he'll never have to go through the fate that his people had to. So I do have like there was an interview, and I'm trying to find it. I have it up here, but there was an interview with Tortaro, right, in V Jump, talking about Granola, and we got to learn a little bit. So I'll go through it quickly so we can end the video. But first of all, the first question is, tell us which characters we should focus on in this new arc, Granola the Survivor. Tortaro said, sure. If you like to focus on Granola, I like you to focus on Granola, but I also want you to focus on the brother and sister Heaters group, right? So that was the group of Alec, Oil, Gas, and Maki. And he said that we're gonna learn also about a relationship with an unexpected person. So I'd like you to pay more attention to that character. I don't know if we know that character yet. It could be OG-73. It could be somebody that we haven't met yet. But definitely, so Tortar is telling us outside of Granola and the Heater group, of course, there's another character that we need to pay attention to. Who knows? I'm still hoping that Broly's in this arc. Right now I do think there's a good chance we'll see him, but it's still very early, right? So the next question was about the design of the Granola character, and that is, Granola is the sole survivor of his gang. His image of that of a lone bounty hunter. I like that. So basically, yeah, Granola is basically like the Mandalorian of the Dragon Ball universe. He also is a humanoid. So a humanoid basically is someone that possesses the appearance of a human. Right, so Granola, he looks like a human. If you guys have seen the colors of him, he has like human skin. His skin complexion is that of a human. That's what it looks like. But he has like light green hair. But he says that he possesses different physical attributes from those of Earthlings. We've already seen one of those, right? His right eye. We know one of his eyes is blind, of course, but his other eye is adaptive to sniping, so he's a very good shot. So that's definitely going to play a big role as we go forward. So I do like that. He wears the traditional clothes of his race, so the clothes he wears, those are the clothes that his people wore. So I do like that. So he also says like the one thing that's funny is when he's drawing Granola, the one thing is is his artificial eye, right? So his goggle, he wears goggles because his other eyes, he doesn't have a right eye or a left eye, whatever you want to call it, right? It's basically, we see it as our left, his right. What the hell am I saying? Or it's his left. It's confusing, but you guys can tell. It's this eye. It's this eye right here. That's the eye we're talking about. Left eye, we see it as a left eye. It could be his right eye, but, it is what it is. So, yeah, Tortar says it is a little bit difficult to draw Granola because of his goggle, right? Because depending on the angle. So basically, Tortaro says he draws Granola without the goggle first for each panel, and then he adds the goggle after that because he has to be careful of what angle he's drawing it, so it doesn't look all funky. Makes sense. And Torto's the last question was, tell us the highlights of this new Granola Survivor arc. Torto says this is a Kiri Toriyama story, of course. Toriyama writes the draft for almost every arc. And Taro says that Toriyama refined the story over time. So maybe this was the story that Toriyama was working on during the Moral Saga. We don't know, right? Because remember when the Moral Saga first began, right? And we had we had Jump Fiesta, where they did the panel talking about the Moral Saga and things we could learn, things to pay attention to. Toriyama said he was working on something, so I don't know if this was it. Right? It's confusing because like Victory Ochia said in an interview that just a couple months ago that they had decided that this was going to be the next arc. So maybe Toriyama has like multiple drafts at once that he's working on, right? I don't know, but it is interesting. And like so far, I'm really hyped for this Granola story. So Torotoro says he thinks it's a really great story. There are some truths or facts right now that only Toriyama knows. So those are going to get revealed slowly over time. So I'm hoping those, some of those facts will, have to do with, Frieza and the Saiyans. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'm excited. And, Toritaro says, please support the story. Hopefully it excites you. And, of course, there'll be fights worthy of Dragon Ball. We all know that, right? The Dragon Ball Super manga's fights are really good. They've gotten much better over time. So, of course, the battles will be great. But right now, before we get to the battles, right, we got to, establish some things. So, all right, so I'm going to end this video. My prediction for the next chapter, we could potentially see Granola attack Frieza. That is on the table, and I think that is likely, right? Maybe we see Granola also go back to his planet, his home planet, and we get to see him, see what his planet looks like. We get more of his backstory, hopefully. So I don't know. We'll see Goku and Vegeta encounter Granola next chapter, but definitely I am very interested to see where this goes. It's still very early, and there's a lot of excitement for this arc, and I'm excited. Like I said, I don't think Granola is a bad person, but it's gonna be interesting to see how much stronger he gets over time. Because he's gonna have to rival Ultra Instinct. So we'll see if Granola has a special power. That is that helps him. Deal with that. But like I said, I'm excited for this. Good chapter, and I'm excited for the future of this arc, man. Really excited for it. So let me know in the comment section what you guys thought. If you guys enjoyed this video and the live reaction, right? Check it out. If you guys want to check out my review for this chapter that I put out yesterday, right? When we got the translations and the early spoilers, that video is also live on the channel. Make sure to go check that out. But I'll see you guys later, man. Stay safe and healthy, y'all. Peace.